Hey guys, this is Adam with Carnage Comics and Cards again, doing another arena video. This one is about a new card from Karlov Manor. Aurelia Law from Above, I believe? The Law from Above. Yeah, the Law Above. Alright, so it's going to be a token deck, and again, this is going to be a discussion that leads into a commander deck. I got some experimental cards in here, but I'm just going to show off what this is all about. So the idea here is it's a token deck that utilizes Aura Leader's Call. So creatures come in with an additional 1/1, and every time a creature comes in, it deals 1 damage. This pairs really well with Anim Pakal, who every time she attacks, she gets a +1/+1 counter, and for each counter, she's going to create a gnome artifact creature attacking. So I have some doublers in here, and triplers. So I got the new Osier Talk, which triples my counters. I've got Mondrak, who's going to double my counters. Have some evasion here with the -2 ability. And basically, what's great about Aurelia is every time you attack with 3 or more creatures, you or your opponent, you're going to draw a card. If you attack with 5, they lose 3 life, you gain 3 life. Play into that with Lightning Helix. This is our removal. Great Train Heist. This is a fun card. I'm just trying it out. I just kind of see how it feels. But the idea here being you get an additional attack. But something unique about this deck is going to be Thousand Moons Smithy. So, Smithy, you're going to get a gnome equal to the number of creatures and artifacts you control. So you can get this really big, really quickly. And that's kind of the whole thing, is you're kind of creating gnome tokens and then swinging in with Aurelia. And then there's also kind of a sub-theme with soldiers. And so we'll get into it and we'll see how this kind of works, and then we'll get into the commander deck. Okay, there we are. And here we go. First game. I hope you guys checked out my other video on Railway Brawler and the Desecrated commander deck I built. I'm going to kind of make this into a series, I think. I have several standard decks that I built into commander decks because, like I've said in my previous video, that's what I like to leverage Arena for. Alright, so we have some early stuff. Not the best hand, but again, this is not exactly a competitive deck. Still experimenting with it, but it's been fun to play so far. Alright. A couple tap lands. And we'll start with this. I think there's a Aurelia deck out there, but it's pretty different from mine. And let's go ahead and get something on the board. Ooh, this is a deck built around this, I bet. I've seen it before. So we keep drawing lands. We run force plays, tap lands. Can't really do anything. We can kill one. Yeah, that's what I thought. So he's in Bant, it looks like, and the whole goal here is to make this big, I think. I was going to destroy it. Yeah, that surprised me. Such a good card. Another experimental card I'm playing with. Let's go ahead and surveil one. Resolve. Yeah, we need that land, so we're going to keep that on top. No reason to attack. Just pass the turn. Alright, well, he didn't do anything. Oh, he's out of lands. That's a bummer. Go ahead and play that. Alright, attack again. Maybe just win this one outright because he's just not going to get the lands he needs. Hey, that's a big problem in Arena at the shuffler. If you don't have like 24 lands, you can easily end up in this situation. Okay. Well, we got 3 creatures. Since Aurelia's got haste, let's go ahead and drop that and attack with everything. Here we go. Alright. Oh, frozen up here. That's unusual. There it goes. Alright, so we got our card for attacking with 3, and then we still have a blocker. I'm going to kill this thing next turn if we can. Oh, he's going to grab it with this. That's interesting. Oh no, he's not. Well, okay. Yeah, I mean, Muriel's really good, but really is what makes this deck go. Most people don't think that about. Probably thinking this is a different deck. Oh, ouch. 3/4. Out of range for that. That's okay. Yeah, and we got our Helix for this. Let's go ahead and let's make this. I'll make this a flyer or this a flyer. Ooh, yeah, that's smart. Okay, so he'll think that there's nothing to worry about with this guy. Go ahead and draw our card. Love it because it gives us that card draw engine. He's not really anything he can do here. I think we won. Yeah, I didn't realize he's at 6 life already. So that's kind of how this functions. Is that not only you get the double combination with War Leader's Call and Aurelia to do -3 and -1 and or -1 and -3, sorry, and then Helix for another 3. You kind of just burn them down while flooding the board with tokens. So it's pretty similar to the commander deck. Let's go ahead and get into that. All right, here's the commander deck, Aurelia the Law Above, and it's just like the arena deck in that it creates a whole bunch of tokens, but it's also got 11 goad pieces. So the cool thing about Aurelia, and I can't really incorporate this as much in the standard deck because you don't have that much life and there's no other opponents, just you and another person, right? So when anybody attacks with more than 3 creatures, if they attack with 5 creatures, you're still going to get this trigger. So the idea here is you're goading all your opponent's creatures, or you're creating pieces for them to attack with. A perfect example of that is the Slicer, Hired Muscle. I love this card. It's a transformer card. Basically, you're going to let me click on that. Pass this around, right? So after, my goodness, you're going to pass it around. So what it is it's a 3/4 and it has to attack. It's got double strike and it haste, and then basically they can't attack you. They pass it to the next person and so on and so forth. They're just all passing it between themselves until someone kills it, and then it comes back to you. It's a really interesting kind of goad thing. This is another interesting goad thing where basically you're creating 1/1 survivor tokens, and then when she dies, you get all those survivor tokens. So great little token generator, as well those tokens, they can't attack you, I don't believe. Yeah, they can't block and they can't attack you. Yep. So really cool piece there. For the finishers, we got an additional Aurelia here for the additional attacks, and a Moonshaker Cavalry to basically make everything flying and give it a +X equal number of creatures. So we've got our doublers and our triplers, and in this deck as well, your Virtue of Loyalty. The cool piece in this one is going to be Delny, Streetwise Lookout. I was lucky enough to pull the Hidden Ink card out of Karlov Manor, and anytime a creature with power 2 or less triggers, that ability is going to trigger an additional time. So things like Esper Sentinel, Megara, and Mentor the Meek, they're going to trigger an additional time. Same thing with Welcoming Vampire. It only happens once, but the trigger should trigger twice, I think. I have to check the ruling on that one. But same thing, Roaming Throne is going to double up the triggers that Aurelia gets. And then we got Aurelia, War Leader's Call, and Perforos for our burn. So those are going to burn down the opponent. And then here's some of our token pieces, just like my standard deck. It's got a Neem Pakal. It's got the Urbrask Forge. I have only one of those in Arena. I need to craft some more. Thousand Moon Smitty created another, basically creates a big guy. So that's pretty awesome. And with Ari, which this isn't standard legal, but that's a great token generator. And Muriel, of course. That card, I wish it would come down in price, but $22. I think that is down in price from where it was. I think it was like a $30 card. Only 9 pieces removal, 7 pieces ramp. I'd really like to get maybe a couple more pieces of ramp in here. This is a new ramp piece that I'm trying out. It's very similar to Keeper of the Court. Keeper of the Court is a great card. Costs 1 less. But yeah, that's the deck. I actually have a few pieces I need to cut out of here, but it'll mostly look like this. So if you have any questions about this commander deck or the standard deck I had, go ahead and drop them in the comments. If you have another video just like this, you're free to check that out. Thanks for your time, and like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Thanks.